Hello guys, what is up? It's the British Let's Plays here, and here we have got some Call of Duty Ghosts playing Strike Zone, doing Team Deathmatch. This match I got not too long ago, and this is actually my first time using the AK-12, which turns out is a really good gun. It's got a high fire rate, does a decent amount of damage, and is really accurate, surprisingly. I kind of didn't want to use it when I first saw it in the creator class system because I thought, well, AK, you know, it's probably going to have a lot of kick, probably do a lot of damage, but I'd rather not have that kind of kick. But no kick at all. It's a very surprising. So, some other things I've kind of noticed about Call of Duty Ghosts is that I'm slowly getting worse at it, actually. Yesterday was my first day with it, and I did really good throughout the entire first day. And second day, I haven't been doing as good. I've been getting less positive games, but I still believe my KDR is above 1. And if you're playing Team Deathmatch and your KDR is above 1, then you've done a good job. You know what I mean? You've killed more than you've died. So that's a good thing, and that's what I believe you should aim for when playing Team Deathmatch. I do like this map. I think that some of the maps in Call of Duty Ghosts are total crap, I'm not gonna lie. The one with the castle comes to mind, and Siege also comes to mind. Both of those maps can suck my gonads. Okay, so it's story time, people, story time. Why do I always clap every time it's story time? I don't know. I have no idea. Alright, so here's the story. David Hasslehoff, Batman and Robin and a smurf tackle crime in Tesco. Batman and Robin, David Hasslehoff and a smurf have helped police thwart a criminal in Tesco. The surreal scenes were investigated after a man dressed as Boy Wonder Robin was assaulted on Friday. The group, who are all in fancy dress, chased the attacker into Tesco after calling the police. The incident only came to light after East Lothian police took to Twitter to thank the superheroes for their help. A 21-year-old man was later arrested after a scuffle in the toilet roll aisle. He later pleaded guilty in court. A Police Scotland spokesman told the BBC, a 21-year-old man was arrested and charged in connection with the assault in Eskview Road, Musselburgh, on Friday the 1st of November. He was remanded in custody until Monday the 4th of November, where he appeared in court and pleaded guilty to the offence. Cool. I've heard about stuff like this happening before, where people are not so much in fancy dress, but I've heard of real-life superheroes before. I believe there's something about them on the Blu-ray extras of Watchmen, or it might be Kick-Ass, I'm not too sure. But real-life superheroes, we are seeing them more and more. It's quite a weird thing. In this case, it was people in fancy dress, so not quite the same thing. But real-life superheroes really do exist. But I can't imagine trying to be a real-life superhero. You know, you put on your costume, you invent your persona, and then, you know, what do? Just walk around hoping something goes wrong? Or what else are you going to do? Just help move traffic in an accident? You know, there isn't much you can actually do, unless you live in, I don't know, some really horrifically bad place that's drenched in crime constantly, such as the fictional cities in superhero comics, even though many of the cities aren't fictional, but you know what I mean. So, I don't see why people do it, but the coolest thing about this story is that the police actually acknowledged and thanked them. You know, like in superhero comics and superhero films, every time a superhero powers or not, they always hate them. They always say, you can't do this, you know, Spider-Man, you can't do this, Batman, this is really bad. You would be a naughty superhero. But in real life, the police seem to be more open to it than they do in the superhero films and comics. It's quite weird. Alright, something else you'll probably notice with this game is that I believe I get 3 dogs. I hope this is the game where I get 3 dogs, 3 guard dogs. And what is it about the guard dogs that hate me? Honestly, the guard dogs, whenever I have them, are crap. But whenever other people have them, they seem to be really good. I've seen attack dogs coming towards me, shot them quite a few times, and then they still get me. I've seen other people on my team with attack dogs, and they get loads and loads of kills. But whenever I've got an attack dog, they just kind of sit around, picking their arse and sniffing other dogs. It's like, what's going on? Whoever trained my guard dogs need a fucking smack. I honestly wish there was a way you could kind of train your guard dog. That would be cool. You know, maybe you could go into private mode, and your dog doesn't really seem very good at first, but after you've done some private matches, or I mean like the ones with the bots, or maybe played the squad game mode in which you get the dogs, they slowly get better and better. So when you take them into multiplayer, they are the most badass Arnold Schwarzenegger loving things ever. You know, that would be cool. I'd like to see that. But for the most part, I'm just going to have to leave the dogs. I might actually get rid of the dogs in my killstreak loadout. I actually got rid of the SATCOM in order to have dogs, sentry gun and the attack helicopter. But I'm finding that the dogs are so useless. Don't get me wrong, there are one or two occasions where they have saved my skin big time, but I haven't noticed them do that too often, so I might just go back to the SATCOM, sentry gun and the attack helicopter, because I really want to call that thing in. I haven't done it yet. It's 12 kill streak, and I've got higher than 12 kill streaks, just never when I actually have it selected. That's always the case though, isn't it? You know, it's like you put the nuke on your kill streak loadout, and then you never get it, but when you don't have it, you get 25 kill streaks all the time. I've seen it, I've done it, it sucks. Some thoughts on Ghost that I've had actually having for played it 2 days is that it definitely feels like a veteran's Call of Duty game. And when I say that, I mean if you haven't played Call of Duty before, you will struggle with this, which is quite odd, because normally the recent Call of Duty games has been trying to make it as easy as possible for new players. But I've noticed that I think new players tend to get chewed up in this. I think if you have good Call of Duty experience, you'll do far better in this one. Maybe it's kind of like the swan song, you know, Call of Duty's been top dog since 2007. Wouldn't be that bad if this was the last decent one, you know what I mean? Alright, so thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and remember to check out my previous video, when it pops up on the screen, boom, in which I discussed my very first impressions of Call of Duty Ghost day one I had it, with a 22-2 gameplay on Sovereign. See you around, British Let's Plays out. Peace.